Well, that's a good thing.
Okay, going live. Live now.
Hi.
So, sorry, everyone. I was having technical difficulties and literally am holding the phone so that Instagram is getting this at the same time with my left hand. So, that's how it's going today. But what I want to do is I want to take this time to introduce Natasha. We've known each other for years. She is amazing, is very, very gifted. But today she is going to talk to us about feng shui. And the reason we wanted to talk about this is because we often talk about sacred spaces. But the amazing part that I think Natasha is going to bring to us is not only talking about like the feng shui, but how to create that sacred space, how to feng shui your house and things like that. So we're going to go over that a little bit. And then, hey, Stephanie, hi. We're going to go over that a little bit. And Natasha, I'm turning it over to you. And then we'll go backstage.
So you can go back to doing your technical stuff, right?
Oh, I know. I'm like, what?
I love you, girl. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm Natasha Venter, and I'm a multi-life intuitive. In other words, I see a lot of past lives. I see future lives. I see dimensional lives. It doesn't matter. I see them all. And then I also love to. I'm a medium. I'm a spiritual counselor. I'm an energy seer. I see a lot of energies. So I really see how people are, what their energies are when they're dealing with emotions. I see, energies in houses when I go through houses and do house blessings. I see a lot, that I may not catch every little thing, but I do catch a lot, type of thing. So I love to support people to do better in their lives. And that's one thing that I love about feng shui that I'm not necessarily, I'm a practicing feng shuiist. In other words, I've been practicing this for probably 30 some odd years now. So I've stretched and pulled it, looked at it, seen how it is. I am far from being a minimalist, so I call myself a practical feng shuiist. In other words, I like to support people in their day-to-day life. And that's how we can maneuver going forward and doing the dance of feng shui and that kind of thing. It's about practicality, what feels right, what doesn't feel right. But when you change your environment, you can change your world. Like I did some feng shui with some people, and it was like all of a sudden they started getting inspired to do things. They got inspired to be one person. She ended up her business started expanding, right, and that kind of thing. So it is something that relationships can change too, because I know that when I'm in disarray, I go and weed that part of my I go weed the relationship corner, and then I straighten and dust, and I kind of do a little fluffing. And it seems like if I can do the human part of it as well as doing the physical part of it, bringing the feng shui, it just brings everything together in a better light, and
Right,
we
because
move through the changes.
the feng shui is energy. It's the energy flow of your environment. And
Yes.
tell us about that.
Okay, so I have an understanding that spirit is like energy, and chi is the spirit energy. And so when you have energy that flows right or flows with more fluidity, there's no right or wrong really, but it's that flows with intention. If you have like a bunch of empty boxes in the way of moving down a hallway, what's the chi energy going to be? It's like type of thing. So it's like we want to get the energy flowing so it flows like when you open up the windows in the first wonderful day of spring, and the air just moves right through your house. That's the way that energy moves, and that's where we can bring in the benefits of that chi energy. And our body has chi energy too, so when you change your environment, you change the chi energy of yourself too. And that's one thing that I really enjoy, is that negotiation. So hello, everybody saying hello.
Right. Hi, Veronica. um, okay, that being said, I have some other questions. So if you're going to, because I kind of, before we go backstage, I want to give people who aren't in Fireside, like some very quick practical tips of like, if you, for example, you gave the example about like boxes in your hallway, like you want to clear spaces. And so with the house, especially, in this environment, right? We're all like spiritual seekers, and that's like our lives.
Mhm.
So what are some tips that you could give? Like, what are your top 5 tips that you could give for like, do this to your home and it will help improve the sacred space and the spiritual space and growth?
Well, I would say whatever feels stagnant, move it. So that can mean that you just pick up, let's say if you have something on the shelf here, you pick up that shelf, dust it off, and then you can put things back. That will change the energy. Like I mentioned in a video I had, if you need to shake your pillow out, if you have a really bad night sleeping, shake your pillow out because that holds energy. So the first 5 things that I would say is that um, if you have empty boxes in a corner or you have empty boxes somewhere, I would say move them, get them broken down, put them in a practical place so that you don't have stagnation, because
Right.
stagnation is the limitation of where we're at. And then also too, I would say if you have something that is negative feeling, like some of us were given a gift, you know, and let's say it was a gift of your ex, mother-in-law that you still see and still comes to your house, right? And it has this negative energy for you. And
I'm just
and
writing it down. Go ahead. Keep going.
and so that holds negative energy. Now, you can smudge something, you can clear the energy, but your mind still has that as a negative energy. So I would move it to a neutral place, move it to where, like if she sleeps in a certain bedroom, put it in the bedroom she sleeps in, so that it's not necessarily in your domain, your space that you're seeing it every day, because you don't want to have that it's kind of like a speed bump in your day. If you have something that feels negative to you, it's like keep going over a speed bump, which doesn't make your day go smoothly, right?
Yeah.
So get move those things, shift those things that feel negative. I don't want
Yeah, you
to.
don't want to see my house right now. Brandy's like, same. Okay, so we've got,
So
actually, you've
those are
given us,
the 2 top things that I would say, that are really key to things. I would also say that, like, for me, I don't clean my house, I feng shui my house. So if I feel like that I wanna clean my house, I'll go through and I'll vacuum, and if something is kinda laying on the floor, "Well, why is this laying on the floor?" Now, like I said, I'm not a minimalist. I am not a perfect person. I am one that, I have stuff on my counter, but I can tell you there's a point where on the counter, it's like, I gotta get it moved. And I've been in a rage cleaning. Yeah. So with that there's always intention when you're cleaning too. Like I asked Archangel Michael to vacuum with me to help clear that energy out. So you can do, when I clean for an intention, which helps change the energy flow of your house too.
I
So
love
there's
that.
another idea.
Yeah, right. And I think too, like some of the thing, and you've told me this, and so I'm just sharing it with everyone. Like bells, mirrors, things like that help a lot.
Yeah, they do, or they can hinder. So, like a mirror, if you have a mirror that's, like, say, did a house one day and I was coming down the stairs and there was a mirror right there coming down the stairs, which isn't always the best. It depends on what you want to reflect. But she had, this was during or pre-COVID or after COVID, when she had masks up. And I'm like going, okay, so you're reflecting masks. So you're reflecting being hidden. You're reflecting being stifled. You're reflecting a lot of that kind of stuff. So what have you been feeling in your life? Stifled, all that kind of stuff. So be careful what you are reflecting. Now, like in my bedroom, I have a round mirror, but it's reflecting all the things I have on the opposite because it's in a corner. So it's reflecting a lot of the things that say love, relationship, balance, and that kind of stuff. So I'm reflecting that intention. Also, you can get like bagua mirrors that, like, I have a kid who was growing up very intuitive, but was over the kitchen bathroom. And so I put the mirror upside down so it would reflect the energy down. So
I was
use your mirrors to a benefit, but remember, be careful what you're reflecting. And if you are on a stairs and there's a lot of energy, that can go bing, 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 bing. So be careful what you want to reflect. And if you're feeling dizzy on stairs, check and see what you are reflecting on your stairs.
Yeah. And these are great tips. Thank you so much. What we're going to do is we're going to go backstage now. And so for everyone else, later after we're done with Fireside, I'll put Natasha, almost said Angelics, Natasha Ventures Angelic Angels. I'll put her information along with this video, so you'll be able to reach her. And thank you so much. Have a great night for everybody else. And we're going to go backstage for all of you in Fireside.